back here at Soldier Field, still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Chicago Bears. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Come on, hit!
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. To kick off. They couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Looking to put a drive together. First carry for the DeAndre Swift. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
To throw, Williams. That's out to the flat for Swift. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
To the air, Williams. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. To throw, it's Williams. Under pressure, they got him again. That's Zach Harrison who forced his way in to drop it. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And, Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Yards to go.
60 Eagles, 60 Buffalo 18.
Here's Sanders. He'll find his rookie wideout from Ohio State here. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bears take over.
They're on 41-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and trying to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You talk about this Falcon defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. They run out of the gun with Swift. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Bears at 6-3 on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. And it kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak. And right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Williams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Falcons are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. But Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never like get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards. To throw is Sanders. Pass taken in by his big tight end, and he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. A gain of 12. And the Falcons first down.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few.
A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 23.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On first and 10, it's Swift. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Roma Dunze with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Out of the gun here, Sanders. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the second down and 9.
Here we go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Sanders to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is dropped. Oh, that could have been a near certain 6 points. He was all alone, but he could not look it in. My, oh, my. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, look and repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
At the 49-yard line.
Here's Williams. Finds his target. It's Swift along the sideline.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now a 2nd and 2. Looking to throw is Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
The Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. They'll look to throw again. Over the middle, that's to Loveland, the tight end. And the Bears are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw once more, here's Williams. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Now Williams, a final shot before break. Try to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And some room to maneuver. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 68 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Highly contested in the third quarter. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from drawing level. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be third down at about the length of the football. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Again, it's Robinson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Victoria, 70.
To throw now, here's Sanders. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield. Incomplete.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from...
Wide open, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play.
That's good.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
1st and 10.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Pass caught by Burden. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in, and makes it hard to defend.
Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
It's up.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Swift again. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. DeAndre Swift taking it in from a yard out. And the Bears have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Santos with the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14.
Falcons 14. Cairo Santos picking off 14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Nifty move. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has stuttered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Throwing, Sanders. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's to Bond. Isaiah Bond. They'll wind up getting 10 back as as that sets him up for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the Falcon first down.
Robinson up the middle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the shotgun, Sanders. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield. But as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a first down.
2nd and 6. Sanders. That one deep for London. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 51 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. 93 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 40.
To throw, Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now a toss for Swift left side. Down at the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 7. Now a give right side Swift. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Falcons force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Here's 1st down. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
From the gun, it's Sanders. He's going to air one out. He's got him in. Complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11.
19 tight. Let's go. 18, 18, Robert, 18.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never. And he's across for a late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. This is 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball.